Hey guys, so today I have two things to show you because I've already opened them. They were single packages, so I didn't figure there was any point in doing an unboxing for them. And then I have my book outlet box unboxing. So first I got the Rachel Dyken pop from eBay. She cost me $16, so not too bad considering she's apparently quite hard to find. Her entire series is. So yeah, I am also getting another one from Nova Scotia just because I found her as a pair with something else. So yeah, Rachel Dyken. And then I got this Taken Hostage, which is the Kinky Bank Robbers by Anika Martin. I originally read this as an ebook, and I loved it, so I wanted a paperback. I just recently found out there was a paperback, and I also found out there's 2 more books for it. So I got this off Amazon for I think $15 as well. It's not too bad. It's all 3 of them. And yeah. So then we will do the book outlet box. So I got quite a few books. I got 15 books. Technically, they were a lot more than this, but on the site they were $101.94. But I bought them on Boxing Day, so they had to spend $100, get 40 off. So I did that. So I ended up paying $65.05 for all of these books. And yep, they do have a packing slip in here, so I will be able to tell you. So yeah. Apparently they also sell autographed books. I didn't get any of those, but okay. The first book that I'm seeing is the one that I really wanted the most. It's gorgeous. The Vampire Academy by Richelle Mead. This is the 10th year anniversary. Featuring never before seen stories from the Vampire Academy series. It's so much bigger than the other one. They switched all these ones, so that kind of sucks. I own the old ones that look like the Bloodline series, and then now I have the 10th year anniversary. I'm so excited to read this. This is gonna be great. I love it. I wish it would have been a hardcover, just because of how big it is, but that's okay. I love it. It is wonderful. So I bought this book for $5.69, and it should have been $15.99, so quite the deal there. And then I also got Midnight Jewel by Richelle Mead. I haven't read this book, but I'm a really big fan of Richelle Mead, and I've always wanted to read this one. So I figured I would pick it up, especially because it is a hardcover. And it was $10.79. It should have been $25.99. So, pretty good deal. Okay. And then I got The Glittering Court, also by Richelle Mead. I think this is the first book. Yeah, this is the first one, and then Midnight Jewel is the second one. So So I got this book for $10.79 as well, and again it would have been $25.99, and it's a hardcover. And then I also bought the third one, but not from Book Outlet. I bought it at Chapters because they didn't have it, but it was on sale anyway. It got 30% off. It's up there on my Richelle Mead shelf. But this is another book that I've really wanted. It is Heartless by Marissa Meyer, who wrote the Lunar Chronicles series. This is a hardcover as well. I bought it for $10.97, and it should have been $27.99. I have wanted this book for such a long time, and I would look at it like every time I went to the bookstore, and I would just never pick it up. But now I own it, so I can read it. I loved her Lunar Chronicles series. I tried to read the Renegades. I read Renegades and Arch Enemies. It wasn't for me, so I returned those. So we'll try Heartless and hope that she's, you know. So I did get a mass market paperback book, but that's okay. I'm not a particularly huge fan of these books just because they're small and, you know, but either way, it's a book. It's in pretty good condition. Like, I can't really see anything wrong with it besides the fact that it's got some marker on the bottom there, but that's nothing. So this is Ride Hard, which is a Raven Riders novel, and this is by Laura Kaye. This book was $3.59, originally $9.99. So pretty good. And then I got The 100, which is The Rebellion by Kass Morgan. I do believe that this is the 4th book. I've wanted to read the series, but I never got around to it. They're right there. Oh, knocking Bella over. I never got around to buying them all, so now I only need one more book, which I will probably get from Amazon pretty soon, because they didn't have it in the store. But pretty cool. This one I bought for $5.99, and originally it is $24.99, so it's like $15 difference. Okay, and then I got another book to add to my beautiful series. This is my 3rd one. I have one more in the box, I think. This one's a lot smaller than the other ones I own, but that's okay. So this is Beautiful Boss by Christina Lauren. And this book was $4.29, originally $12.99, so especially for it being this small, I'm glad that I bought it for $4.29 versus the, you know, $13. That seems a little steep for a toothpick book. Okay, oh yeah, here it is. So this is Beautiful by Christina Lauren. I do believe this is the 1st book in the series. So this is the 4th one that I have. So this book is originally $22, and I bought it for $6.49. So pretty good. So yeah, it does say here that I got one book as a scratch and dent, and that would be Legend, which we haven't seen yet. Oh, this one. I don't see any. I don't see any scratches or dents on it, but that's okay. I'll take it. So this is Legend by Katy Evans. I only own one other book in this series. I have her Man Horse series, and I really liked it, so I figured I would give this series a chance. I just haven't bought them all yet. This one is apparently a scratch and dent book, but like I don't see anything. There's a line on it, but there's been lines on every book. So but this one was $3.59, originally $22. So, pretty good, I would say. And then we got Ripped by Katy Evans. I'm not really happy about this sticker, but I can't get it off. I mean, at least they could put it on the back of the book, but oh well. This book cost me 79 cents. 79 cents. That sticker's fine then. 79 cents. Usually $18. So I got a $17 discount on this book. That's funny. Okay. So then I got Rules of Contact, which is a play-by-play novel by Jaci Burton. So this book, Rules of Contact, was $6.49, originally $22. I'd say that's pretty good. Okay, and then we have Lush, a delicious novel by Dane. So this one was $5.69, originally $16. And then Order of Protection by Lexi Blake. I've been looking at this book for quite a while. They stopped selling it in Canada on Chapters, so it's nice that I finally got it. There is one more in the series that I do need, so I will have to find that. But this book was $6.49, originally $22. Okay, and then I got Cruel Crown by Victoria Aveyard. So this one must be like a in-between type thing, because I own the other two and they're like pretty big books and they're hardcovers. So this must be an in-between type book. So, okay, this book is $4.29, originally $12.50. Cool. And then the last book I have in here is Elect, which is the Eagle Elite series by Richelle Dyken. I have heard a lot about her. I own one of her books that are signed. What's that? Dirty X's. That's the one that I own signed. And everyone's talking about her, so I figured I would, you know, take advantage of the fact that this book cost me $5.69 versus $13. If I like the author, I don't mind paying more, but I mean, if you can get it for cheaper, why not, right? So, yeah. And then, so now you've seen them all. I'm just going to read the backs of them, because if you want to know what they are about, then you will. If not, then I'll see you guys later for my next video. My next video will be pop in a box unboxing. I have 6 pops coming. It's supposed to be from Canada, but yeah, I don't know. I think it might be coming from the US or something. I don't know. I paid Canadian prices on it, so. But yeah, that'll be my next video. So yeah, stick around if you want to know about the books. If not, I'll see you guys later. Okay, so Elect by Richelle Dyken. Would you die for the one you love? Nixon has made his choice, and now he has to pay the price. Tracy is the love of his life, but being with him has made her a target of his family's enemies. The only way to keep Tracy alive is to convince the world she means nothing to him. Tracy Rooks has fallen irrevocably in love with the son of her family's sworn rival, and she knows in her bones that nothing can tear them apart, until Nick suddenly pushes her away and into the arms of his best friend. But Trace isn't ready to give up on a future with Nyx, and if he won't fight for them, she will. In the end, a sacrifice must be made, a life for a life. For what better way to cover a multitude of sins than with the blood of a sinner? So that sounds pretty good. I honestly literally just bought this book because it had Rachel Van Dyken's name on it, and it looked like something that I would read. I couldn't pass up the price on a lot of these books, so I kind of shopped by the cover because none of them really seemed to have like a bio of them on there, and I didn't want to go look for that. So, but yeah, this one sounds really, really good. I think it'll be a pretty good read. Okay, and then I have Cruel Crown. The first one is Red Queen, and then the second one, I don't remember what it's called, but this is apparently includes a first look at book 2 in the Red Queen series, Glass Sword. So the second one's Glass Sword. I have both of those. So this one looks like it comes after the Red Queen. I haven't read either of those yet. So yeah. 2 women on either side of the silver and red divide tell the stories no one else knows. Discover the truth of Norta's bloody past in these 2 revealing prequels to New York Times bestseller Red Queen. So I'm supposed to read them first. Okay. Queen Song. Queen Coraline, first wife of King Tiburaz, keeps a secret diary. How else can she ensure that no one at the palace will use her thoughts against her? Coraline recounts her heady courtship with the crown prince, the birth of a new prince, Cal, and the potentially deadly charges that lie ahead for her in royal life. Okay, and then Steel Scars. Captain Farley was raised to be strong, but being tasked with planting the seeds of rebellion in Norta is a tougher job than expected. As she travels on land recruiting black market traders, smugglers, and extremists for her first attempt at an attack on the capital, she stumbles upon a connection that may prove to be the key to the entire operation. Mayor Barrow. Plus a Glass Sword sneak peek. An exclusive expert for the hotly anticipated second book in the Red Queen series, Glass Sword, transports readers to the world of Silver Trannery, a red dawn rising, and one girl's resolve to break down the system that will hold her back no longer. Sounds good. Okay. Order of Protection by Laci Blake. This book, yeah, I think this is number 1. Okay. A Love with Conviction. To end high defense attorney Henry Garrison, Wynne Hughes is the soft, warm woman who gave him solace during one of the most trying times of his life. But Wynne has a secret. She's actually Taylor Winston Hughes, born to be one of the wealthiest families in the country and orphaned as a baby by a tragic accident. When her best friend is murdered in the midst of a glittering New York gala, Wynne's charged with the crime, and the only person in the world she wants to see is Henry. Henry is shocked at the true identity of his lover, but he can't reject her as a client. This trial could take his firm into the stratosphere. Still, he's determined not to get burned by Wynne again. As Wynne's entire life is upended, she must look to the people she's closest to in order to find a killer, and Henry must decide between making his case and saving the woman he loves. That sounds really, really good. So I'll definitely need to find the second one. I do believe they sell it at Barnes & Noble or Amazon, so I will be ordering it there. Okay, and then we have Lush by Lauren Dane. Mary Whaley has her hands full running a successful catering company and overseeing her supper club. She has everything she ever wanted, or so she thought, when she met ridiculously hot and very dirty rock star Damon Hurley at her friend's engagement party. The attraction she feels is overpowering, and she isn't about to deny herself. Damon is used to a hard and fast life. He and 2 of his brothers started a band when they were fresh out of high school. Then they hit the big time and stayed there. He's also a legendary madman at the stage and in the bedroom. But when he meets Mary, something clicks and the bad boy starts thinking he may have finally found something good. What begins as a series of fleeting thirsts soon gets more complicated. Damon can't figure out why Mary doesn't want more from him, and before long, it's Damon who wants more from Mary. But it turns out Mary is no stranger to celebrity news, and he's got a very big job ahead of him, proving that he's worth more than a one-night stand. Sounds pretty good, too. Okay, and then we have Die Hard by Laura Kaye. Okay, Brotherhood, Club, Family. They live and ride by their own rules. These are the Raven Riders. Raven Riders Motorcycle Club President Kayan rides hard and values loyalty above all else. He'll do anything to protect the Brotherhood of Bikers, the only family he's got, as well as those who can't defend themselves. So when mistrustful Raven Randall lands on the club's doorstep, scared that she's being hunted, Dare takes her in, swears to keep her safe, and pushes to learn the secrets overshadowing her pretty smile. Haven fled from years of abuse at the hands of her criminal father, and is suspicious of any man's promises, including those of the darkly sexy and overwhelmingly intense Raven's leader. But as the powerful attraction between them flares to life, Dare pushes her boundaries and tempts her to want things she never thought she could. The past never dies without a fight, but Dare Kenyons never backed down before. Sounds pretty good. Okay, and we have Beautiful Boss by Christina Lauren. One player tamed, one nerd girl satisfied, the more major life decision to make. One more. When Will fell for Hannah, her quirky sense of humor and fierce dedication to her career were part of the attraction, not to mention her coy, newbie attitude towards sex and her willingness to let him teach her everything. But when the job offers start rolling in for her, and oh, they do, Hannah has trouble deciding what she wants, where she should live, and how much she should burden Will with the decision. Magic between the sheets is only one part of a relationship. Getting on the same page is quite another altogether. So this one is book 9 in the series. And Beautiful is actually not book 1, it's book 10. Okay, the series is called Beautiful Bastard. That's why. Okay, so. Oh, this is the end book, featuring the entire Beautiful series cast for one final hurrah. A free-spirited girl in need of a break, a man weighed down by responsibility, a road trip vacation where all bets are off, oh, and a lot of wine. After walking in on her boyfriend shagging another girl in their place, Pippa Bay Cox ditches London for the States to go on a drunken road trip with Ruby Miller and some of her beautiful friends. Scaling the career ladder is the default way to deal with heartbreak and to just deal. For Jensen Bergstrom, absolutely buried his drive and workload, he rarely takes time for himself. But when his teacher Hannah convinces him to join the gang on a 2-week wine tour, he has a rare moment of cutting loose. Of course, it's only once he's committed that he realizes the strange girl he met briefly on a plane is coming along too. She might be too much for him, or he might realize his life has become too small and needs her to make it bigger, crazier. With this circle of friends, there's always something going on. From Chloe and Sarah's unexpected personality swaps to Will's new domestic side, to Bennett's text message barrage, and George's own happily ever after. In short, their adventures in love, friendship, and hilarity are simply beautiful. That's pretty good. So if that's number 10 and I have book 9, I think I have 1 and 2, so I need books 3 to 7. Next I have Rules of Contact by Jaci Burton. A football player who knows how to win on the field needs a better game plan for his love life. A defensive end for the San Francisco Sabres, Flynn Cassidy is used to being in the spotlight, though he doesn't enjoy it. But if getting in front of the cameras will help his new restaurant succeed, he's willing. Now if he could just meet a woman who loved him and not his fame. After her divorce, Amelia Lawrence is thrilled to start over as head chef at 92. It's exactly the opportunity she needs to heat up her career. If only she wasn't wildly attracted to her sexy new boss. Their chemistry might be sizzling hot, but Amelia has no intention of being burned again. Flynn can't get enough of Amelia, and Amelia loves every second she spends with the tough yet tender Flynn. But trust is a hard-fought battle for both, breaking the news of contact and surrendering to the passion that was easy part. Are they willing to risk their hearts to win at the game of love? That sounds pretty good. Then we've got Ripped by Katy Evans. This book doesn't have a number. Okay. A ripped rock star with attitude, an ex-girlfriend with a reckless plan. Pandora assumed getting her heart broken by her bad boy ex could only happen once, until McKenna Jones comes back to town for the biggest concert of his career. They say girls are getting pregnant just thinking about the crack bikini tour, and it's destined to be a huge hit. Oh, it'll be a hit all right. When Pandora comes out swinging, she and her friend Melanie are determined to humiliate him on stage. But when they're caught by security, McKenna decides not to press charges, if she'll join him on tour and follow certain conditions. Rules designed to give him the upper hand and keep her in close contact with him once again. Soon the passion they once shared is reignited, and no matter how much Pandora wants to hate him, her hard exterior starts to crack, and worse, McKenna knows it too, but he hasn't uncovered all her secrets. That sounds really good. Okay, so then I have Legend by Katy Evans. This book is number 6 in the series. He fights for respect. He fights for her. He fights against the demons in his blood. Maverick, the Avenger, Cage, has a burning device to rise to the top and become a name to remember in the underground's MMA ring. Though he keeps his identity well guarded, he is known on the falling circuit as the new kid with a chip on his shoulder and a tattoo on his back that marks him as trouble. And he's got a personal score to settle with the underground's reigning champion and fan favorite Remington Riptide Tate. As Mav trains, he meets a young girl and sparks fly. But when things heat up between them, finding out she's none other than Reese Dumma's cousin to Riptide's wife, is a dose of cold water. Reese is a girl who's supposed to root against him, a girl she's supposed to stay away from. But Mav fights for the woman in his heart and to prove he's better than where he came from. The world's eyes are on them, and the victor will go down in history as the ultimate fighting companion, the ultimate legend. Can true love really conquer all? This Maverick's counting on it. So that sounds pretty good as well. Yeah, I only own Remy from that series. So next I have The 100 Rebellion by Cass Morgan. Okay. As people screamed, fled, and fell all around, 2 thoughts occurred to him. This can't be happening. And I knew it. They'd never be safe on Earth. That's it. Okay, here's another part. There's no such thing as peace on Earth. It's been a month since the new drop ships landed, and the rest of the colonists joined the 100 on the ground. The teens, once branded juvenile delinquents, are now leaders among their people. It should be a time for celebration and togetherness. But a new threat appears before long. A fanatical cult determined to grow its ranks and heal the war-ravaged planet by eliminating everyone else on it. After scores of their friends are captured, Clark sets off to retrieve them, certain that she can come to an understanding with these strangers. Bellamy has a different plan. He won't let anything or anyone get in the way of saving the people he loves. Meanwhile, in captivity and scared for their lives, Glass falls under the spell of the cult's magnetic message, and Wells has to learn how to lead again. Unless the rescue party arrives soon, the team captives will face a fate more terrifying than anything they could imagine. If the 100 ever want to call this dangerous planet home, they'll need to put aside their differences and fight to protect themselves on their world. Yeah, definitely sounds pretty good. It sounds like it's kind of following the show. So I guess the show did a pretty good job, but that's just from reading like the blurb, so it could actually not be. Okay, and then we have Heartless by Marissa Meyer. In Heartless, the nonsense that is Wonderland gets a reverentanial makeover, full of heart and its own idiosyncratic character. I have no idea what that word is. Catherine may be one of the most desired girls in Wonderland, and a favorite of the unmarried king, but her interests lie elsewhere. A talented baker. She wants to open a shop and create delectable pastries, but for her mother, such a goal is unthinkable for a woman who could be a queen. At a royal ball where Kath is expected to receive the king's marriage proposal, she meets handsome and mysterious Jest. For the first time, she feels the pull of true attraction. At the risk of offending the king and infuriating her parents, she and Jest enter into a secret courtship. Kath is determined to choose her own destiny, but in a land thriving with magic, madness, and monsters, fate has other plans. Yeah, I don't know. Just, like, I thought it was a retelling of Wonderland, but none of that really seems to give me the feeling of Wonderland, so we'll have to see. I'll have to read it. Okay, so then we have The Glittering Court by Richelle Mead. Big and sweeping, spanning from the refined palaces of Osford to the gold dust and untamed forces of Adoria. The Glittering Court tells the story of Adele, an Osfordtrian courtress who poses as her servant to escape an unarranged marriage and start a new life in Adoria, the new world, but to do that she must join the Glittering Court. Both a school and a business venture, the Glittering Court is designed to transform impoverished girls into upper-class ladies who appear destined for powerful and wealthy marriages in the new world. Adelaide naturally excels in her training and even makes a few friends. The fiery former Landress, Tamsin, and the beautiful Sermonkinnen refuge Mira. She manages to keep her true identity hidden from all but one, the intriguing Cedric Thorne, son of the wealthy prosperator of the Glittering Court. When Adelaide discovers that Cedric is hiding a dangerous secret of his own, together they hatch a scheme to make the best of Adelaide's deception. Complications soon arise, first as they cross the treacherous seas from Orchard to Adoria, and then when Adelaide catches the attention of a powerful governor, but no complication will prove quite as daunting as the potent attraction shimmering between Adelaide and Cedric. An attraction that, if acted on, would scandalize the Glittering Court and make them both outcasts in wild, vastly uncharted lands. So that sounds good, minus the fact that I can't really pronounce the main character's name. And then we have Midnight Jewel by Richelle Mead. Mira is not like the other Glittering Court girls. She is a war refugee, cast out of her home country and thrust into another, where she has learned to fight against the many injustices around her. For some, the Glittering Court offers a chance at a life they've only ever dreamed of, one of luxury, glamour, and leisure. But for Mira, it's simply a means to an end. In the new world, she plans to earn off her marriage contract price and finally be free. Mira pitches herself as an asset to one of the passengers on board of the ship, the sardonic and aloof Grant Elliot, whom she discovered is a spy for the prestigious McGraw agency, and her ticket is buying her freedom. His cover blown, Grant has little choice to take her on. Mira applies herself by day, learning the etiquette and customs that will help to earn her anonymity. By night, she dons a mask and slips into the city, fighting injustice and corruption on her own terms. The impressing Grant with her extraordinary abilities and insights into a brewing rebellion, but the rebellion isn't all they're fighting. Neither of them can ignore the attraction burning between them, an attraction so powerful it threatens to unravel everything Myr's worked so hard for. With freedom finally within her grasp, can Myra risk it all for love? So this series definitely sounds really, really good, and I'm glad that I have the third one as well, so I'm pretty sure that I can start reading it now. Okay, and the last book, which hopefully all of you would actually know what it's about, because it's obviously on its 10th year anniversary, but I will read it for you anyway, and that is like Vampire Academy by Richelle Mead. This is also one of my absolute favorite books. So this is the only series I have 2 copies of a book, and I bought it because it's the 10th anniversary. Okay. Lisa Dragonmoor is a Maori princess, a mortal vampire with a rare gift of harnessing the earth's magic. She must be protected at all times from Stugori, the fiercest vampires, the one who never die. The powerful blend of human and vampire blood that flows through Rose Hathaway, Lisa's best friend, makes her a Damper. Rose is dedicated to a dangerous life of protecting Lisa from Stugori, who are hell-bent on making Lisa one of them. After 2 years of freedom, Rose and Lisa are caught and dragged back to St. Vladimir's Academy, where vampire royalty and their guardians to be prepare. There should be a D there. For a life fought with danger. Rose and Lisa must navigate their treacherous world and never once let their guard down, lest the evil undead make Lisa one of them forever. But soon Rose finds herself gripped by the temptation of forbidden love, leaving Lisa exposed to the Stugori attack. Now she must choose between the best friend she lives for and the man she can't live without. I'm so excited to reread this book this year, and I think I'm going to read this copy, and then I'll continue on with the rest of the series. But yeah, that is my book outlet box. Again, all of that cost me $53.71. So I would say that is pretty good for getting 12 books. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and like I said, I will see you again for either my Romance Reveal book box or my Pop in a Box whenever it shows up. I don't have a tracking number for it. Hopefully it'll get here before my Romance Reveal book box, because that usually comes on the 24th, so hopefully, but who knows. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.